Conversations Plus. My name is Matt Rappaport. Welcome. It's a pleasure to have you here. We just had an awesome one-on-one interview with the Mike Stenger, aka Muppet Killer, aka social media guru, which he hates, specialist. And we're joined with Bobby Joe Woods as well. Hey, Bobby Joe, good to have you as well. And Aaron Wood, artist Aaron Wood, I should say, who listened to the show, as well as back in time Michael Nest. He is here as well. I guess longest hangout. Is that what you want to be known as? No, not really. Maybe.
Nah.
He's like, forget them. And speaking of longest hangout, Mark Wilson is here, and he has a little thing. Hey, or you're not involved with longest hangout, are you, Mark Wilson? I just made that up. You have a lot of fun stories. Mark, you're being recorded, live streamed. Hopefully that's okay with you. And we are gonna talk to Mike Stenger. If you have any questions for Mike, go ahead and ask them. And then we'll just hang out naturally and see what happens. People are popping in. Heather, you're being live streamed and recorded. Hopefully that is okay.
Yes, it's Heather. We know Heather.
Hey, Heather. So does anybody have any questions? Good. We just had an interview with Mike Stenger one-on-one when you're being live streamed and recorded. This is our post-show of Hangout Conversations. Anybody have any questions for Mike Stenger about why he killed the magical Muppet for his hat? Why social media? Any social media questions about any changes to social media? What exactly does he do really in his parents' basement? I wouldn't reveal what I do. Any questions? Anyone could talk.
What size hat do you actually take, Mike?
What size hat? I've never measured, but when I was 5, I did require an extra large adult helmet.
Even special.
Excellent.
That's a true story too.
Can I ask what colour it was?
I don't remember.
It wasn't purple by any chance, was it?
I don't think so. I don't think it was pink either. I don't know who would wear something pink.
Yeah, who would wear something pink? Michael Nass?
Yeah.
Any questions?
Yeah, that almost answered one of my questions. I was going to ask him how big his Stenger was, but
wow. This is a family show. Not really.
Wow.
What do you think of ad rank?
Ad rank?
You've confused the hell out of him.
Yeah, there we go. It's the new Facebook feed to determine if a business page is posted on your wall when they post. Or edge rank, I'm sorry.
Oh, edge rank.
Because not all.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Because not all business pages posted are showing on people's walls anymore.
Yeah, and see that comes down to if you want more people and like more fans to see your content, they have to interact with it in some way. So pages and people who own pages, they really need to work on building up interaction, whether it's likes or comments, and because if that interaction goes down, then less and less people will actually see the content.
Well, or Mark Zuckerberg be happy that you buy an advertisement.
Right. Spend so much click, yeah.
Cool. Hey, Heather, welcome. Aaron, you were actually watching the show. Do you have anything from the show or specifically that you wanted to ask?
I'd like to know what's behind the door.
Well, once I open the door,
what is
all hell breaks loose. So.
No, I seriously though, I agree with you on a lot of points about Facebook over Google Plus. I kind of view them as two things. One is for my business, and one is for my friends. Since I joined Google Plus, I've had nothing but this crazy growth. The number of people who have bought my posters on Facebook is 1. The number of people who have bought them through G Plus is, I can't even begin to tell you.
Like 40.
So, yeah, exactly. So I kind of like you. I think that both kind of have its place. You know, I don't think one's better than the other. I get quality content from both. It's just I get more sales from Google Plus right now because my friends are cheap.
Well, yeah, and too, it all depends on your niche and really what your main audience is.
Yep.
That's what it comes down to.
Yeah, and so there's a lot of artists on G Plus, Aaron. There's a lot of different artists. You're here. I know Tim Clary and Byron Rempel, who I mentioned on the show, and Samantha Villaneve. I can't say her last name. I don't even.
Villalobos?
No, that's Natalie. She works for Google. You're thinking, but this is Samantha that spends her time in France, and there's a bunch more. Cliff Roth, Mike Searle. Is it Searle or I guess Searle? I think I mentioned Plustastic.com. I know they use that. Have you had that experience? Like, are you friendly with them? Are you in that? Is that a clique? I know they spend time on a hangout party.
To tell you the truth, I started to add a bunch of artists at the beginning.
Okay.
But nobody really talked to me except for Byron a little bit. I did get involved with somebody to do this virtual convention called. It was originally going to be called NonCon, but it was Digicon, and he contacted me through Google Plus. A bunch of webcomic artists got together. My friend did a bunch of webcomic artists, but nobody really. I don't know of a community on G Plus. It's more or less like we know of each other, unless they're hiding somewhere, and I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, I started with Byron Rebel for me because he zombified me one day. All of a sudden, I showed up and there was a zombie picture, and then we were sharing him, and then it just everything went boom, boom, boom. Everybody wanted to be a zombie, and he made everybody a zombie, and then it was from there.
Yeah, Byron.
I got zombified and it wasn't cool anymore. Like,
I never got
voice of Bobby Joe. Yeah, it's
everyone and their grandma's a zombie now. Like my landlord's got a zombie pic and shit. Come on.
right, but to be fair, so a lot of people have had like every artist draw them that I mentioned. I've only had the Byron Ripple effect, so I guess it just depends on I think there is a click. There is that sense of who people like and are friends with because who's drawing who, and I see people ask people to draw people, and it's interesting to see like are artists drawing people that they're friends with? Are they drawing people they find interesting? Are they drawing people just to get the attention on G Plus? So it's
it's a good strategy.
Getting attention.
It's a good strategy.
Yeah. Well, I agree. It's a good strategy, but I think there's a fine line between like being fun and being cool and all that, and then there depends on personalities. It depends on everyone's time is important and everyone's talent is mostly important. Just a matter of having that like relationship with someone, being like really saying, oh, we're gonna do something versus somebody kind of, I'm not trying to put a negative spin on it.
Speaking of Byron, creating the zombie photos. I thought it was really cool what Cliff Roth did with doing speed painting in Hangouts. He did that to raise money for a Kickstarter, and he's already surpassed his goal, which was really cool.
Yep.
Yeah, and I just posted a thing about artists, that we have bills to pay too. But also, I mean, with what I do specifically, making films, it costs me money to do my art. So it's like on top of not getting paid for it, I have to spend money. And of course, any art you have to spend money on supplies and materials, and it adds up. But especially if you want to be what?
Printing and trips to the post office.
Yeah. All of it adds up. It's a tough thing, and without art in the world, how boring would the world be, right? Without any kind of art. So, and that art includes music, and everyone loves that. But
hang out in Hangouts all the time if you didn't have art.
Maybe so. Well, we wouldn't be able to do much. There wouldn't be much to talk about. We just have technology, but there would be no graphics, no design, nothing. It would just be blank. It would just be like analog.
Yeah, no, it would just be cats like jumping around inside of the screen.
Yeah, but there'd be no art for them to jump around. There'd be no yarn, no cool little.
Well, there would at least be like a box, wouldn't there?
Not like an artistic box, but
it would just be a square.
Yeah.
Heather, would you like to say something to the people?
I don't have anything to add.
What's behind your door?
What's behind? Yeah, what's with the door? What's behind that door? Are you?
The bathroom.
Yes.
Oh, I thought you were in Wonderland. I wasn't sure. That would be cool.
This feels like a game show. Like, what's behind door number 3?
Some of us have doors. Some of us have couches.
We could have a contestant in here, and you can say you can pick what's behind Mike's door, or you can pick what's behind Heather's.
Okay, that is awesome.
And then they'll win whatever behind the door.
What's behind door number 1 or door number 2? That'd be cool.
And somebody have a guy in an ape suit behind their door.
I was just gonna say if my husband came out or something.
Ugh. That is interesting that you have it's the bathroom right behind you. That someone's just coming, like they just did their deed and they washed their hands, and you hear the flushing of the toilet, and bada bing, here I am, right behind you. That's kind of funny.
Only reason I'm in is because the kids are in bed.
All right.
No reason that.
Cool. Bobby Joe, what about you? Bobby Joe has some artwork on the wall. There's a door behind you too, right, Bobby Joe?
No, I'm in a closet.
Of
See,
course
there's
you are.
where
don't wanna
the
come out, do you?
Bible doors were normally supposed to be, and then you can see kind of how it goes behind me, and then there's where the closet pole is supposed to go.
Yeah.
And there's a shelf.
Yeah, Bobby Joe, you should really come out of the closet.
Yeah, I set you up for that one.
Never.
So hey, so while we're here, let's talk about the sharing of circles. That was popular That's the new feature. What do you guys think about the sharing of the circles? There's positive and there's negative, because the positive is everybody is getting more attention, which is also negative that everybody's getting more attention, and the people that feel like they're being left out or whatever, people are dramatic, but and then there are people that are yeah, go ahead.
I saw a few people complain about that, like, I'm not in this circle, and then they just have a conversation like it's like high school drama. It's so stupid, but I mean, exactly. But the whole sharing, I think mostly it's positive, because I mean, okay, yeah, maybe you're getting so many people circling you that you can't keep up, but it's all. I mean, it's also a plus.
But when you say can't keep up, I mean, I have to argue with that. People talk about, oh my God, so many people. There's so much pressure. Oh, what am I gonna do? But you know, like, the reality is that whether you have 2 people following you or you have 1 million people following you, they've circled you. It's over. The only reason they're gonna uncircle you is if they feel like, you know, I don't think anyone's gonna get a mass uncircle. Occasionally, it's like Facebook, right? A few people will start to say, oh, I don't like this person, they'll drop off. But if you already have a pretty large number and it's growing, the chances of you losing a bunch of stuff, unless you're like Mel Gibson, you pull a Mel Gibson, you should be okay, right?
Well, yeah, for me, it's not really that big of a deal, because like I don't use Google Plus like a lot of people do Twitter. Like some people will automatically follow every single person on Twitter. Like my strategy has always been just follow people, or I guess in this case, circle people that I find their content and what they have to say interesting. So I try and check out new people when I can, but of course I like with yesterday, I've had around 600 new people add me since last night. So I haven't been able to keep up with everybody, but from time to time I will check out, the notification people that added me and try and, look at new people.
You're such a bragger, you Muppet killer. Why did you have to? Mike admitted he killed the magical Muppet to make his hat on the show tonight. So.
Well, we're past the statute of limitations, so I can say that.
Oh, that's true. That's true. And the new Muppet movie's coming out, so they've forgiven you. Yeah, we are recording live streaming, just to let you know, Gina. And before, real quick, I just want to mention, a lot of people talk about G Plus not being a place for women, and here we are in a Hangout, 7 people, and 3 out of the 7 people are women. So what do you guys think about the growth of women, and the women that are, more women are popping in, willing to hang out, willing to be part of the conversation? And, women, I believe there's more women in the U.S. than there are men, right? Isn't that a true stat?
I think it's great that more women are coming over here. I think it's great.
Well, what man doesn't think it's great? But, yeah, maybe a gay guy, but he likes women, too.
Well, I wasn't talking about it in that way. Like, I'm attracted to females. That kind of, I'm talking about it's cool that they're coming here and using it as well.
Right. Anyone else want to talk about that?
Yeah, how about someone else talk? Yeah.
Anyone? So how do you feel, Heather? How do you feel about the female, the whole? There's not enough women, and women are being scared, and that's like saying there's not like a lot of women on Facebook. I mean, do you think it's similar? It's like there's plenty.
Well, this morning I was looking at my stream because I noticed that it was guy after guy after guy adding me. I hadn't realized that I was in one of the Scoville circles this morning, and so I assumed that I was on one of those chicks on.
Oh, they have a great tits one now, too, going around.
Oh, goody.
Oh, wow.
Once I realized it was mostly just the benign Scoville followers, everything was cool. As far as being expected to represent women, I don't know. I don't like that expectation.
That pressure? Yeah, we don't expect that.
I hate how it comes down to are you male or female? Like I know there was the women of G Plus and whatever, but I think it just comes down to who you are. Whether you're a guy or a girl. It doesn't really matter.
So do you think that if somebody shares a circle of all guys, or a guy shares a circle of all women, or a woman shares a circle of all guys, do you think that creates something strange, or that's cool? Like, what do you think about that? Because I've seen some people do it. Does anyone jump in?
It really depends on their intention with the circle.
Well,
if it's a bunch of girls who aren't wearing much, which there are.
Okay, let's say that they're regular. Let's say they're wearing something.
Interesting to follow. How they refer to the women matters too. Are they saying women? Are they saying girls? Are they saying it in a respectful manner?
Right. It's an opinion thing. I mean, that's something too. Is that all of us are from different places. We've all been brought up differently. We've all been different countries. Even in our country, there's different feelings about how people see different people and all that. So,